Hello students, in 11th Chemistry, the chapter number 3, we have been discussing so many concepts and so far we have discussed the periodic properties. Okay, dear students, we have so many periodic properties, but out of those periodic properties, we have till completed only 3 properties. What are they? The first one is atomic radius, second one is ionic radius, third one is ionization potential. So these 3 we have completed. Then 2 more things we have in our syllabus. So out of those 2, the first one is electron affinity, and the one more periodic property we have to discuss is electronegativity. Okay, so in this video we are going to discuss about those concepts, that is electron affinity and electronegativity. Okay, dear students, I think you may know the meaning of the term affinity. Do you know what is the word affinity mean for? Yes, affinity means attraction. Okay, what is affinity? Affinity means attraction. Okay, so electron affinity. From this heading itself, we can say when a neutral atom attracts an electron or when it gains an electron, a specific amount of energy is released, and that released energy is termed as electron affinity. Okay, dear students, can you able to understand what is electron affinity? When a neutral atom attracts or gains an electron, it will liberate a particular amount of energy, and that liberated energy is called as electron affinity. Okay, Mama? Okay, let us see the definition. Students, this is the definition for electron affinity: the amount of energy released when an electron is added to a neutral atom. அதாவது நியூட்ரலா இருக்கிற ஒரு ஆட்டத்துல ஒரு எலக்ட்ரானை ஆட் பண்ணும்போது, இப்போ பாருங்க, this is considered as an atom. It is a neutral metallic atom. When an electron strikes on its surface, ஒரு எலக்ட்ரான் வந்து இந்த மெட்டலுடைய சர்ஃபேஸ்ல ஸ்ட்ரைக் ஆகுது, மோதும் போது this process results a release of certain amount of energy. என்ன release ஆகுது? A certain amount of energy is released, and that released energy is termed as electron affinity. Okay, Mama? So it's given by the definition: the amount of energy released when an electron is added to a neutral atom. And in an equation, it can be expressed as M plus E minus. Here M is the metal atom, E minus means electron. So as a result of this process, the neutral metal atom is converted into an anion. ஒரு நியூட்ரல் ஆட்டம் வந்து எதா கன்வெர்ட் ஆகுது? ஒரு நெகட்டிவ்லி சார்ஜ்ட் ஆனையானா கன்வெர்ட் ஆகுது. பிளஸ் E in the sense it is energy. So during this process, certain amount of energy is released. That is why we have written M plus E minus, that is metal added with electron results the formation of anion with the release of a certain amount of energy. This process is termed as electron affinity. Okay, Mama? Okay. And here it is given, as a result of this process, what is formed? An anion is formed. Here M minus is the anion, and the released energy can be studied in terms of the unit kilojoule per mole. Okay, so these are the intro about the electron affinity. What is the definition? The amount of energy released when an electron is added to a neutral atom. ஒரு நியூட்ரல் ஆட்டத்துல எலக்ட்ரான் ஆட் பண்ணும்போது எவ்வளவு எனர்ஜி ரிலீஸ் ஆகுதோ, that is called as electron affinity. So M plus E minus gives M minus plus energy. As a result of this process, anion will be obtained, and this released energy will be expressed in the units kilojoule per mole. Okay, Mama? Okay. Then we can see how does it vary across a period and along a group. Okay, Mama? Okay. Okay, dear students, let us see the variation of electron affinity in a period. Period na namakku theriyum. Every periodic table contains 2 different things. One is horizontal arrangement, and the one more is vertical arrangements. The horizontal arrangement of elements is called as period, whereas the vertical arrangement of elements is called as group. Okay, so the property which we discuss now is electron affinity, and we are going to see how this property vary in a period of elements. ஒரு period of elementல leftல இருந்து right போகும்போது இந்த property வந்து அந்த elementக்கு increase ஆகுதா or decrease ஆகுதா? So that we are going to discuss under the topic variation in a period. இப்போ நீங்க atomic radius பாத்தீங்கன்னா leftல இருந்து right போகும்போது the radius of atoms will be decreasing. அது பார்த்திருப்போம். அதே மாதிரி ionization potential, it will be increasing. In the same way, we are going to discuss about the variation of electron affinity in a period. Okay, mama. In the last two cases, that is in the atomic radius and in the ionization potential, we have seen a regular trend. இப்போ நீங்க ionization potential எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா லெஃப்ட்ல இருந்து ரைட் போகும்போது அந்த வேல்யூ வந்து கூடிக்கிட்டே போகும். அட்டாமிக் ரேடியஸ் எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா லெஃப்ட்ல இருந்து ரைட் போகும்போது குறைஞ்சிக்கிட்டே வரும். பட் in the case of electron affinity, this property doesn't show a systematic way of either reducing value or increasing value. ரெகுலரா இன்க்ரீஸும் ஆகல, டிக்ரீஸும் ஆகல. பட் பொதுவா generally this electron affinity value increases from left to right. Okay, mama. And dear students, when we study about periods, it's very easy to study the second period of elements. Can you please tell me the second period of elements? The first element will be lithium, then the second will be beryllium, third will be boron, then carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. So these are the second period elements. What are they? Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. So when we measure the property, when we measure the electron affinity for these elements, generally it is increasing from lithium to neon, but not in a regular way. There will be some deviations from this increasing trend. So the reason for everything we'll discuss now. Okay, mama? Okay. Dear students, when we move from lithium to neon in second period, நம்ம லித்தியம்ல இருந்து நியான் போகும்போது இங்க அட்டாமிக் நம்பர் 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So these are the atomic numbers, and we know that atomic numbers are equal to number of protons as well as number of electrons. So here number of protons will be 3, here 4, 5, 6 and so on. அப்போ number of protons increase ஆக ஆக எதுவும் increase ஆகும். The nuclear charge also will be increasing. Why? Because the nucleus contains two things. One is proton and the one more is neutron. Out of these two, neutron is chargeless. So we won't consider about neutron. We have to think only about the protons. ஓகேவா? ப்ரோட்டான்ஸை பற்றி மட்டும்தான் நம்ம வந்து படிப்போம். ஏன்னா நியூட்ரான்ஸ் வந்து சார்ஜ்லெஸ், அதுக்கு எந்த ஒரு சார்ஜுமே இல்லை அப்படிங்கிறதுனால நம்ம அதை பற்றி படிக்க மாட்டோம். ஓகேவா? ஓகே. ஸோ when we move from left to right in this period, generally what is increasing? The nuclear charge increasing due to the increase in number of protons. So nuclear charge increase ஆகும்போது கண்டிப்பாக எது கூடும் அப்படின்னா the attractive force towards the electrons also increases. So attractive force கூடும்போது வெளியே உள்ள எலக்ட்ரான்ஸை ரொம்ப ஃபோர்ஸா உள்ள பிடிச்சி புல் பண்ணும். ஸோ அப்படி புல் பண்றதுனால atomic size decreases. ஓகேவா? நம்ம இப்போ அதெல்லாம் தேவையில்லை. இங்க லெஃப்ட்ல